You are not human. Doesn't mean that you landed here from another planet, but you are not the person that you think you are. You're not a person at all. You think that you are. And hold on. Jim Carrey said it perfectly. He was on one of those talk shows, doesn't matter which one. And he said, put it brilliantly. He said, Jim Carrey is a great character. I'm so glad I got the part. Recognizing that the person that he thinks he is ultimately a character. And he is, of course, he's an actor, but he's not only acting the roles that he plays in all those movies. No, he's also acting being Jim Carrey. And so are you. Well, not Jim Carrey, you are acting being you. And I act being myself. And we are so good at that. Tremendously good. We think we are the character we're playing. You are not a person. You only think you are. You believe you are. You believe yourself to be that person. And that is the root of all our suffering. All of it. All the desires, the wanting, the struggles. And think about it. What you believe yourself, it's just a cluster of thoughts and feelings, opinions, likes and dislikes. It's constantly changing. And we are so identified with that. We are falling asleep in that. We think this is us. And then that person that we think we are, that we are not. We only believe ourselves to be that. That person wants to be happy. How can a cluster of thoughts be happy? Oh, we are spiritual. I want to be enlightened. How can a thought, a collection of thoughts, become enlightened? Oh, I want to feel worthy. I want to justify my place in the world. I want to feel good about myself. How can a cluster, this cloud of opinions, likes, dislikes, how can that ever be worthy or valuable, or how can it become any of those things that we are seeking? Of course it can't. How can a thought become enlightened? And this realization frees us from all of this. Well, you're already happy, you're already enlightened, you're already all of these things. You already are. It gets temporarily obscured and clouded by that person that you think you are. And then that person that you think you are goes out into the world looking for the very same thing that you already are, but you cannot see. It is, once you get that, you just laugh. It's just the great cosmic joke. It's like, oh my God, I've been looking for this my entire life. And it was right there. It was so close that I couldn't see it. And that is the other thing. With Eckhart Tolle, for instance, when he asked himself, well, first he said, I cannot live with myself. And then he was like, are there two of me? There must be two. Of course there are not two. Well, he didn't say that, but that must have gone on like that. He didn't rationalize it, it just happened for him. But the thought process would be like, there cannot be two. There's only one. And that one believes himself to be me. And that person that I believe myself to be is unhappy, not good enough, worried, fearful. But ultimately it's an illusion. There cannot be two people inside. I cannot be two people. And that woke him up. And it's so freeing because, for instance, we want to be understood in the world. How can you be understood? Then you realize I'm playing a character. Every morning I wake up and I put on this human suit, this likes, dislikes, opinions, thoughts, feelings. I wrap them all together and I call them me. And then I want others to understand this me. It's like they can't. How could they understand a constantly fluctuating thing of thoughts that you are not, actually. Even that they can't understand. But you are beyond that. You are that perceives it, that becomes it, that allows it, that gives it a space to be. You are the space in which the person that you are appears. You are not the person. That's why you can observe yourself. That's why you can. Otherwise, you wouldn't even recognize your emotions and thoughts and behavior and conditioning. You couldn't see it if it was you. But you can see it. And then you're free from the desire that I need other people to understand me. It's like, you don't. You don't, because they can't. It's impossible. You are playing a character, and other people have their own version of that character in their heads. It's not you. It's how you express in the world. A flower is the essence, the beauty of life, expressing through, well, a flower. But it needs the flower to express the beauty. It needs the form. You need that person as a form to appear in the world. Don't reject it. Don't hate it. Don't. It is who you are, but in a bigger sense, it's who you believe yourself to be. It's the instrument of how you show up in this world. And if you get this, you've got everything. That is all we ever need to know. And don't be mad at yourself if you get lost in becoming a person, in the thought that I am this person that is suffering, that is unhappy, and then you're angry and reactive. That's okay. I mean, all of us, in order to live, we need to identify, we need to believe ourselves to be something. That's what we were taught from a child. Like, I teach my little kid his name. Like, he is not his name. Then I'll teach him his nationality. He's not his nationality. All of these things. He will believe himself to be many things. And I cannot stop it. It's a normal, natural process. We believe ourselves to be these things, the objects of our awareness, forgetting that we are the screen on which they appear. So no, you are basically the universe, God, life. It doesn't matter. It's just words. Sometimes I got a comment like, well, it's not life, it's God. It doesn't matter. It's a sound that my vocal cords make. How could it describe ultimate reality? It's just pointers. It doesn't matter. You are that thing. Call it whatever you will. God in pajamas, the universe, the rest as you, life itself, believing itself, falling asleep, dreaming it's you. And that's why it's called awakening. You wake up. Well, no, you don't wake up, you're like lucid dreaming. You're still aware this is a dream. But you know it's a dream. Because if you're dreaming and you don't know it's a dream, it seems all very real. But the whole thing is made up. The whole thing. Your name, your nationality, your likes, dislikes, it's all things added on to you. They're not essentially who you are. But we forgot. We've just forgotten. And we wake up thinking we are that person. It happens automatically. You wake up, it's like, here I am again. This is my name. This is the world. This is forgetting that we fell asleep. You are life itself, becoming conscious, falling asleep, believing yourself to be a person. And we are doing such a great job at playing the character that we are, that we've convinced ourselves that is who we are. We are convinced, I am this person. But you are the space that allows the person to appear. You are the life that believes itself to be human, to be that personality. And and it's okay. And this person that you are is a habit. It will not disappear with this realization. It could be. It happened for some people. But it might keep on. It might continue existing, of course. The patterns, the conditioning. But you can be aware of them. You can see it. And you can recognize it's passing, it's coming and it's going, but is not who I am. And realize more deeply who you are. When you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, just like you put on your, you take off your pajamas, you put on your clothing, you put on your shoes, put on some makeup on your face, or you shave, or God knows what. You're getting ready for the day. And it all happens pretty much automatically. You don't think too much when you go to the toilet in the morning. It's just a normal, natural process. And in the same way, just as normal and natural, even more subtle, what happens is you awaken as the life that you are. And almost immediately, you believe yourself to be the person that you habitually believed yourself to be. That you are convinced that you are. And that's why it's called waking up, because you're asleep. All of us. Don't worry, it's not all of us, we're all asleep. And we are convinced, we are so convinced this is me. And waking up simply means you see clearly that you are not the person. It's not you. And just stop in the morning. Just become aware of what is happening. I believe myself to be this body. I believe myself to be this person. I believe myself to be human. Who am I? Now, in order to go out into the world, you still need to be human. You need to put on your body. You need to put on your personality, all these things. But become aware. Let the life that you are, the sense of existence, don't let it fall asleep. It can't fall asleep. But keep it in the background. Keep it alive in the background. It can't die, but it's just words. Forget it. Keep it in the background and be aware that you are that, believing itself to be you consciously. And I know you will forget, just like me. We put on our human clothing in the morning. We believe ourselves to be human, that person, that character. That's why I write a daily reminder, Monday to Friday, in your inbox, Messages from Life. It's a reminder of who you really are. Because no one will remind you. The whole world is playing this drama of life. They're so lost in all the happenings that we forget what this whole journey is all about, of who we are. The whole world got us convinced that we are these nationalities and names and people and races. And it's all just a big show. It's all just a big show. The greatest show in the universe. But it's a lot more fun when you know it's a show. When you know that none of this ultimately exists in the sense, it doesn't have an fundamental reality to it. It comes and goes. And then you can enjoy the show once you know who you are. Sign up below. It's super fun. Short reminder of who you are, because no one else is going to remind you. Well, I just did, but we forget. And I forget too. and then we usually have trouble and anger and worries. But it's entirely optional. But it's also part of the journey. Kind of fun, isn't it?